Okay, so let's break down two huge concepts in AI right now. These are the ideas that are taking AI from a fun chatbot to a seriously powerful assistant. We're going to talk about how we give AI not just a brain, but also a set of hands to actually get things done in the real world. You've absolutely been here before, right? You ask a super specific question, something like, hey, what's our company's policy on reimbursement for home office chairs? And the AI, which is supposed to be this genius, gives you a completely generic answer, or just gets it flat out wrong. So frustrating. So what's the deal? Well, the problem is something we can call the AI knowledge gap. You see, these large language models, or LLMs, they're trained on the public internet, trillions of words. But what they don't know is your world, your company's private documents, your team's latest project updates, anything that's specific and not out there for the public to see.
And here's what happens when an AI doesn't have the right facts. It hallucinates. That's the technical term, but really it just means it makes stuff up. It'll give you an answer that sounds totally confident and plausible, but it's completely wrong for your situation, because without the right context, it's just taking its best guess.
So, how do we fix this knowledge gap? Well, the concept is actually pretty simple. We give the AI an open book test. Instead of forcing it to remember everything, we let it look up the answer in the right textbook, right when it needs it.
And you know what? You've probably already done this yourself without even thinking about it. You go find that one paragraph in the HR handbook, you copy-paste it right into the chat, and then you ask your question. And boom, all of a sudden the AI gives you a perfect, accurate answer. That's exactly what Retrieval-Augmented Generation, or RAG for short, does. It automates that whole open book process. So when you ask a question, the system first retrieves the right piece of info from your private documents. Then, it augments your prompt, basically sticking that info in behind the scenes. And finally, the LLM generates an answer based on that perfect context. It turns the AI into a lightning-fast research assistant.
But wait a minute, how does the AI know which page of the open book to look at? This isn't just a simple keyword search. This is where some of the real magic is happening.
So you have to understand the huge leap from keyword search to what's called semantic search. A keyword search is dumb. If you search for allowance, but your company document only says reimbursement, a keyword search will find nothing. Semantic search, though, understands the meaning. It knows that allowance and reimbursement are basically talking about the same idea.
And how does it pull that off? With something called a vector database. It's a bit technical, but think of it this way. It converts all your text into a set of numbers, a vector, and plots it on a giant, multi-dimensional map. On this map, concepts with similar meanings are physically close to each other, so the vectors for allowance and reimbursement would be right next door.
Now here's the next challenge. You can't just hand the AI a 50-page document for every question. That's way too much noise. The solution is a technique called chunking, breaking that big document into small, digestible pieces. And it's a real balancing act. If the chunks are too small, they lose all the important context. Too big, and they're full of irrelevant junk. The whole goal is to find that perfect sweet spot. Not the whole book, just the right paragraph.
Okay, so RAG is amazing. It gives our AI the ability to know things, to access specialized private knowledge. But what if we needed to actually do something? What if we needed to book a flight, or query a database for sales numbers, or execute a stock trade? This brings us to the next massive hurdle for AI. At its core, an LLM is a text machine. It's brilliant at generating words. It can tell you how to book a flight step by step, but it can't actually go into the airline app and click the buttons for you.
The answer to that problem is something called an AI agent. You can think of an agent as a system that uses the LLM as its reasoning brain, and then it gives that brain a set of tools to interact with the world. These tools are usually APIs, which are just standardized ways for different pieces of software to talk to each other. With these tools, an agent can plan and execute complex, multi-step tasks on your behalf.
But hang on, how does an agent know how to use the thousands of different tools out there, all with their own unique commands and languages? That would be a nightmare. And that's where the Model Context Protocol, or MCP, comes in. MCP is like a universal translator for AI. It's a standard that allows any tool to describe what it does in a way that any AI agent can instantly understand and use. No custom coding needed.
So now we've got these two game-changing ideas on the table. RAG for knowing and MCP for doing. So let's put them together and look at the incredible future they're building.
When you put these two together, you get the complete AI assistant.
RAG gives it the brains, the access to all the specialized knowledge it needs, and MCP gives it the hands, the ability to use tools and take action in the world. So you could ask the AI to find the latest sales report, analyze the key trends, and schedule a meeting with the sales team to discuss it. Together, they create an AI that can not just know, but do.
This is the evolution from a simple information retriever to a genuine, proactive digital copilot. And that leaves us with one final, pretty mind-blowing thought to chew on. What kind of problems are we going to solve when our AI can not only know anything, but do anything?